Time for book club. You coming?
Meet you there.
After you.
My plan backfired. Thought choosing a weird book would drive people away.
Why would you do that?
More punch for the rest of us.
I was up all night finishing this book. I should have read it earlier.
Why have I not heard of Crash Morgan? I know it's an older book, but this is exactly the kind of story I like.
I thought Logan might bail. But I told him we bring more snacks this time. I have him figured out. Ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
All right, Logan, I need to know. Why did you choose this book?
I'll tell you, just not yet. I want to hear what you thought of this book.
It was written in the 1940s, so I expected some repugnant attitudes and phrases. But it surprised me. The writing was simple, yet the story was deeper than it had any right to be.
What was your favorite part?
It's in the chapter where Crash and the princess escape the Zorgots. The next morning, they see the sun rise and Mars rising beside it. When the princess asks what the future holds and Crash just stares at Mars as it eclipses the sun, it gave me chills.
Is it just me, or do the stellar bodies represent their time together?
Absolutely. The time they have together is fleeting. I think this is where Crash first realizes there's no future for the two of them. Anyway, I think the moment gets lost when the Zorgots deploy their Null Stalkers.
I don't get why the robot dog didn't warn them. I thought it could talk.
Not until number 19, the minefields of the reticulates. It's a whole thing.
Got it. So, what's the idea with Crash's promise?
What about it?
When Crash apprehends Glaxogorp, they have a tense conversation in the back of the flypod. Crash says there's a way the Zorgots can leave the moon with everything they want, but the princess must take the throne. Then Crash vows that no queen of royal blood shall ever rule Deimos. Glaxogorp agrees, but why? Crash breaks the vow in the next chapter.
Glaxocorp agrees because all Zorgots know Crash never lies.
Isn't that the point? Crash cares so deeply for the princess that even a vow can be broken. And how does that tie into the Hydro gunfight at the top of the space scraper?
Really? You don't see it?
I do.
They're shapeshifters.
Who?
Crash and Glaxogorp.
No.
Yep.
But then, when do they...
The Hydro gunfight. Crash gets hit in the helmet and goes down. And what happens whenever Crash is unconscious?
The helmet changes color. Turns bronze like the suit.
Right. Then Glaxogorp pulls up on the rocket sled and takes Crash and the princess into custody. That's when they make the switch. Crash and Glaxogorp change form, but where do they stash the princess?
It is obvious. They put her in Crash's suit.
Exactly. Crash won't need it to survive because they're within the Bubble City. So we get to the Deimos Council meeting. The princess refuses the throne and declares her love for Crash, who is the princess in Crash's suit. When they embrace, the false princess deactivates the Magna Manacles binding Crash. But Crash nabs the Star Scepter from the fake princess, activates the suit's Zoom vest, and smashes through the Monoculus.
So, if that's the actual princess, she escapes. But who is the false princess?
That's a shape-shifted Glaxogorp. Without the Star Scepter, Deimos can't crown their queen.
Right. She never wanted it, and the Zorgots definitely don't want it. Glaxogorp, posing as the princess, can steer Deimos away from war.
And when the fake Glaxogorp vows the Star Scepter shall be restored to the princess, that's actually Crash.
So Crash made 2 vows and broke neither of them. The cliffhanger with Glaxogorp chasing Crash's ship is actually Crash returning to the princess so they can escape Deimos.
You got it. They reveal the switcheroo at the beginning of number 6, Attack of the Intergalactic Space Weasels.
Clever. I like it more now. And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
So, Logan, why did you pick this book?
Because it's fun.
No other reason?
Every book doesn't need to be a teachable moment.
Fair enough.
I almost wish this book was a comic instead. I would have liked to see the Monoculus.
My book was the best of them.
You have only been to 2 meetings.
Yeah, but you know I'm right.
You did not mention a book for next time.
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm gonna put book club on a hiatus until things are less apocalyptic.
I hope we come back to this in the future.
Same here. Books are a gourmet meal for thought. Not to call anyone out, but you just can't feed your mind gristle.
Well, who else would you invite, if you could?
There's a lawyer who got me out of a bad situation a few years back. Smart as a whip, picks up on subtle things even I tend to miss. As long as the books we read have Braille copies, I could convince him. Well, I'm glad you joined me for all of this. Maybe next time the world is ending, I'll start a sparring club.
A sparring club? Is that just training with a fancy name?
You saw right through me. You calling it?
I should leave.
Righteous.
Hunter, hello.
I have lots to talk about. Too much. It's hard to watch the village.
Can you not feel it, child? The end is upon us.
You have gone too far, Mother.
I could say the same to you, child. Leaving me for dead and buried under that mountain. What a way to treat your mother.
What would you have me do? Allow you to destroy all of creation?
The Hulk was right. You are somewhat overdramatic. The truth shall reveal itself soon enough. The Darkhold is finally complete. The prophecy draws to its close. The Midnight Sun is coming, and with it, him. We will all have our final parts to play. Will you be ready when the curtain rises?
If everything you do is truly for me, Mother, then I beg you to stop. Let us both return to our graves and let the world know peace.
You almost sound like him.
I thought we could not talk about him here.
Don't be ridiculous, not him. Him. Your father. He once said something similar to me, several lifetimes ago.
I have never heard of you speak of him until now.
We close upon the end of a billion years prophecy. Forgive me if I'm a bit sentimental. I sometimes wonder if I could bring his soul to this place. To have him stand once more beside me. Beside us.
I implore you, do not. In his death, he has been spared the sight of the foul creature you have become. I envy him for that. What? No snappy comeback? Promises that we shall be reunited under the glorious eye of the midnight sun?
No, child. Not this time.
Agatha?
I'm sorry to intrude, dear. Do you have a moment?
For you? Of course.
You always came to me for advice when vexed by a difficult problem. Never Sarah.
I could always count on your wisdom.
Really? I always feared I was flying by the seat of my broom. Did I tell you I had one of those in the 1960s? Quite comfortable.
A seated broom? Where is it now? Can I see it?
Lost in the chaos of an unforgettable music festival. It was a wild year.
A shame. So, what troubles you?
I don't know how to say this without sounding melodramatic, but despite our actions, the prophecy unfolds. Chthon's return seems inevitable. Yet all I can do for the people I love is haunt a library and play macabre tour guide.
Agatha.
I should be here with Sarah and yourself, helping to bring the team together. But I never have felt more useless. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'll leave you to your rest.
Agatha, wait. Good night.
Agatha. Hunter, I'm coming in. Where is she? I heard you speaking with her.
What exactly did you hear?
Agatha, speaking with you.
I see.
Do you deny it?
I have to.
Why?
Hypothetically, I made a promise to deny it.
To whom?
I think you know.
So you promised Agatha not to tell anyone?
I can see that.
Even Caretaker.
Could be.
But she might change her mind if she knows I can hear her.
Maybe.
And for sake of argument, how soon might she change her mind?
Soon, hypothetically.
All right. I'm trusting you, Hunter.
Good night. Is this another movie night? And if so, where is Nico?
It's not an official movie night. It's more of my way of saying thank you for being a friend. I didn't have many growing up. Wasn't exactly the popular kid, if you know what I mean.
Well, if it matters to you, you are popular with me.
It does matter to me. I know what it's like to be hated, so I'm especially appreciative of the ones who don't. In Transia, it was just me and my brother Pietro for a long while. We wandered from village to village, begging, doing odd jobs, scrounging by any way we could.
Tough times make us tougher.
And they break you in ways you don't always understand until much later. I wish living in utter squalor was as bad as it got. But it was better than how we got there.
Oh?
When I was a child, Transia was very poor. Our parents could find no work. One day, my father stole bread to feed us. A mob chased him into our neighborhood. I was terrified for him. I told them to stop, and half of them turned to stone. I didn't mean to. I didn't understand my powers or how to use them, but I got scared, and people died. But the worst of it, Father pointed at me and cried out, "Witch." And then he was part of the mob, and they were after me. Pietro grabbed me and ran, faster than any person can run. We realized we could never go back. We were different, and had to look out for ourselves.
You were lucky you survived.
It doesn't really feel like that. I felt like my life was cursed with misfortune, heartache, and pain ever since. It wasn't until recently that I began to feel that curse lift.
What changed?
You. I met you, and you saved me. So, thank you for being a friend. Didn't know how much I needed one like you.
Good girl, Charlie.
I still can't believe it.
What don't you believe, Robbie?
That our plan failed.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
MJ, can you please drive by May's house and make sure she's okay? If she turned on the news, she's probably scared.
Remember that time we fought together in Madripoor?
Was that the time we fought the 20-foot-tall robot?
Let's see if you're as good as...
Later.
I did not think church was your style, Daywalker.
Actually, it's Eric. Eric Brooks from Harlem.
I do not have any other name. It is just Hunter.
Really? I thought you'd have some old formal-sounding name like Benedict or Archibald.
Afraid not. I was born a weapon and raised as one. I'm guessing that is why Caretaker chose to just call me Hunter. She did not want to give me the impression I was allowed to be human.
Well, Sarah isn't exactly known for her warm parenting style. Can't say my mentor was much better. He was hard on me too. Wanted to make sure I survived.
You had a mentor?
I wasn't born this cool. Someone had to teach me. His name was Jamal Afari, a vampire hunter. He gave me the name Blade. He used to take me to church on Sundays when I was a kid. Taught me right from wrong.
Wait, your mentor was a vampire hunter and he did not slay you?
Well, I was only 9 when he met me.
Aww.
Or what?
I am just imagining you as a little half-vampire kid with itty-bitty little fangs and child-sized sunglasses. You must have been so adorable. Do you have a picture? I am sure Carol would like to see it.
You're lucky I like you, Hunter. Almost as lucky as I was that Jamal liked me. He could have killed me, you know. And he would have been within his rights to put me down too. But he didn't. Jamal was the first person to look past the fangs and see my humanity. Trained me to control my darkness so I could become the vampire hunter I am today. I guess what I'm saying is, you deserve that same benefit of doubt. You may be a demon child, but I see the human in you winning.
I would like to extend the same sentiment to you, as a friend.
I don't need it, but I'll take it. It's good to have someone keep you in check.
What happened to this Jamal Afari? Do you still keep in touch?
No, I killed him.
Why? What happened?
He asked too many questions. Just kidding. You keep showing me I can trust you, and maybe I'll tell you the whole story someday. But for now, I just want to let you know you're not all bad, Hunter. Just half bad, and that's good enough for me.
A successful collaboration.
Hey Doc, I was thinking, what if you or magic opened up a portal and I could create a large-scale... So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? What can I say except you're welcome? I feel like I could automate this process and take myself out of the loop here. I have high expectations. Sometimes, I even impress myself. I'm pretty sure Charlie left the steaming coil in the...
You have my undivided attention in this reality hole. An excellent find.
Find more coil, send it my way. What are we building today?
This forge fire is something special. All right. I'm here if you need me.
Let's do this.
The Chaos Magic's power grows. A welcome enhancement.
Peace. Time to take it to the next level. Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way. All right then.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
Are you always that stabby?
I know you're upset too. Everyone's in the same boat. She won't want you to be making a fuss, so come up with an excuse as to why you're there. Maybe bring her some cookies. She loves oatmeal raisin. Oh, and she probably...
I apologize for not having the bandwidth to speak last night. It's just, I'm still in a bit of shock. My mind has been spinning, trying to process it all.
You do not need to apologize to me or anyone else.
Yes, I know you're right. There's no excuse. I must pull myself together. At any moment, my sister will unleash Chthon upon the planet. Yet Wanda is back in the library reading as if we were back to normal before Agatha passed. Half of me wishes she was here so I could ask her for guidance, for a way out of this mess.
And the other half?
Is glad she's not alive to endure the horrors of what a Chthon reign would bring. Still, I wonder what she would say if she was here.
Have you considered Agatha is here, watching over us?
That's a sweet thought, Hunter, but not a very realistic one. I know this abbey is haunted, but I would know if Agatha was still one of its specters. No, she is beyond the black, hopefully in a serene and beautiful dimension far, far from the calamities of this one. I need to get my head together. Now that the Temple of Chthon is revealed, our options are dwindling.
Agatha, a moment?
Yes, Hunter? And why are we whispering?
Meet me in my room. We need to talk.
All right. What is this about?
Wanda knows you are in the Abbey. Last night, she overheard us speaking.
She did?
She confronted me and demanded to know where you were.
What did you tell her?
I could not lie to her. Not about this.
I'm glad you didn't. If Wanda overheard me, the rules have changed.
Should we tell her?
Yes, this evening. I'll seek you out after the mission. Here I go, stirring up trouble. Feels like old times.
This is the first time I've been here since... well, since I had to leave the Abbey.
And?
For obvious reasons, Agatha is on my mind. I can't imagine how much pressure it would be to carry that kind of secret. Of course, I'd like to know more, but I trust you're doing the best you can.
It has not been easy.
Then I won't add to your burden. I don't know what I expected to find here.
Books, usually.
Thank you for that. I meant, Agatha and I spent so much time here, I expected to feel... I don't know, anything at all. Instead, I'm just... numb. I'm starting to feel guilty that I don't feel guilty.
If you want to talk about it, I will listen.
Thank you, but I don't want to distract from what I'm sure will be a busy day for you.
It is no trouble.
I know. But also, I need to figure it out for myself before I can talk about it. If the offer's still open later, I'll take you up on it.
I understand.
Well, I should get back to my studies.
Evildoers beware.
Hydra is still intent on detonating these rift charges wherever they can. Consequences be damned.
Their intentions haven't changed.
Just focus on destroying the charges. Hydra has enough warm bodies to overwhelm you eventually.
That should be no trouble. To make this as miserable as possible for you, fair warning. Watch closely.
possibly match your strength. You had your chance to escape. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend. Your time has come.
That was really something.
Your actions have consequences.
Just like old times.
They need healing. There's more of them on the way. Not all that interested in anyone else.
I can feel her corruption spreading.
Chaos unleashed.
I am impressed.
That's one charge down, but you're not out of the woods yet.
Scarlet Witch.
Leave some for the rest of us. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
That will not distract me!
That was the last of the charges. They won't be conducting any further experiments here.
Hold the line. Not shaking their confidence. It's good to be back in the fight.
That was a little too close for comfort.
I fear no end!
This should help.
Thanks for the assist.
hope for a challenge.
Sometimes the legends are true.
I know what my future holds.
I appreciate your concern.
Oblivion opens her arms.
That will not be enough to get rid of me. Don't think I will forget that. Our resolve cannot. Hardly a scratch. We are being reinforced. Not lost interest. Everything according to plan. The advantage is mine. You have earned this. You were too weak for this fight.
I will not be defeated.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Your mother, Ben.
The advantage is mine. This is a serious predicament.
We may have underestimated Hydra this time.
practicing, haven't you?
The power of the light. Your time has come. Just like old times.
Just wait until it's my turn.
More of them are joining the fight. They have not changed their plans.
Perhaps I underestimated them.
You have earned this.
My fate is no different from yours.
You're in trouble now.
Leave some for the rest of us. welcome assistance. You had your chance to escape.
Whatever gets the job done.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
I'm skeptical of your chances, but stranger things have happened. It's a bit harder than your average foe.
That will not distract.
Can anyone aid them?
I think we've got company.
I've not lost interest.
We've got the upper hand. Don't mess with me.
Thank me later.
Where have I seen that before?
Your fate is sealed. You were too weak for this fight. I'm hoping you'll learn from this, but I know you won't.
Let's try that again, shall we?
the least I can do.
You've done me a great favor. That's the spirit.
So that's how you got this far.
You have no idea how angry you've made my cloak.
More fodder for your amusement.
Their intentions haven't changed. It appears that I'm their central focus. That's something of a relief, at least. Follow my rule.
Now that was something.
Let's give it a go. A gift from the ancient traditions. Watch closely. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time.
You cannot possibly set me straight. I will not let you down. Still they persist. Sheer numbers will not save you now.
Glad that doesn't happen too often. Not going to like this. That looked painful.
This shall be of great help. I am impressed.
Chaos consumes me.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. I fail.
Another wave? Not all that interested in anyone else.
It's good to be back in the fight. Back.
You're getting pretty good at that.
This is a serious predicament for you.
Earth herself could not bend me. What makes you think you will fare any better?
That's one charge down, but you're not out of the woods yet.
Your time has come. Blade test mentioned your mother. Apparently, she's promiscuous.
It is time.
I barely felt that one.
They really want to get on my back. They're set on coming after me. Seem to be fixated on me. Your mother abandoned you. The advantage is mine.
It's the least.
I appreciate your concern. I'm going to get you. Not lost focus yet.
Nothing to worry about so far. Reality is only an illusion.
I cannot possibly match your strength.
That's an interesting technique.
I'm by your side.
Where have I seen that before? That's an interesting technique.
Another Hydra operation foiled. I'll never get tired of hearing that.
Hunter, Wanda is at my shrine, calling out for me. I think she deserves an answer, don't you?
Then we should speak with her.
I'll meet you at my shrine.
Hunter, want to get your train game on? If not, we can talk a minute. Everyone tells me I've got the gift of gab. How's your mental health? A good portion of this darkness hunting game is mental health and processing intense situations.
This concerns me, and I would be a liar if I pretended otherwise.
I get that feeling too. Know how I deal with it? I train the doubt away until I've got a good sweat going. Then I enjoy some quiet Eric Brooks time, and I let my blade side take a walk. It helps. Whatever we got to be to do what we gotta do. Well, it's all sorts of messed up. But hell on earth isn't a garden stroll.
More than that, hell is what we make it.
Are you getting philosophical on me? Philosophy talk is my jam, Hunter. You dig the classics? I'm more of a Thomas Aquinas lover. Also dig some Emerson.
Mission accomplished.
We're made for more than driving the legions of hell from the face of the earth. And I know just who I am without that.
Well, Blade, I cannot wait to survive so we can continue our talks.
Ain't that the truth?